Hey, what's up everyone? So I finally found a campsite, hiker and biker campsite, state parks. So it looks like over here, let me flip it around. So it says right here, so hiker, biker, $8, which actually surprisingly I ran into a hiker. I've only ran into like a couple of bikers and one hiker from the Netherlands. So that was kind of cool. I didn't even know people hiked the Oregon Trail. Thinking about it though, hey, why not? It's a pretty cool hike. So anyways, so that's it there, and it tells you it's right behind the shed. So let me bring it back here and I'll show you. Oh, and just so you know, it looks like the regular hiking was like $30 or something like that. So I mean the regular campsite. So they have bathrooms. I didn't see a shower, maybe further in. So this is it. So hiker biker camp, and this is what you get. So there's a little fire pit, and I'm guessing everybody has to share this one little spot here. There's nobody here. I just stayed at the motel yesterday. Let me flip it back around. So I just stayed at the Motel 6 yesterday, so I was able to shower, do all my laundry, kind of organize everything, so I'm kind of good to go. I could just, you know, carry on and do some stealth camping, especially if this is what I'm gonna get for $8. I mean, it's only $8, but hey, might as well put it in my pocket, right? I could find a better spot, probably a little quieter. I mean, if I was to camp here, it would only be to meet other cyclists, which there's nobody here, so I'd rather just move on. And then sleeping at night, I don't know, I'm kind of, you know, it doesn't take much to wake me up, so I'd rather be kind of by myself to actually sleep. So I don't know, maybe I'll hit another one up, and same thing, maybe I'll just, you know, go in, just say hi, just hang out for a little bit and then move on. But anyways, yeah, so I just wanted to share this with you guys. And then that hiker that I met, the guy Steve, his name was, from Netherlands, he actually showed me his map, and it looks like there's a campsite like every like 30 miles or so. So that's pretty cool, because I go like 50-60 miles a day, so it'd be a good chance to meet some other cyclists, you know. Getting a little lonely out here, you know, so it'd be cool to meet some other people. I stopped at the bike shop because my rear rack busted on me. I'll show you guys some photos. I ended up getting a flat too. Luckily, I was able to. It was raining. I just got off Motel 6. I had this big smile on my face. I was all ready to go. Like 5 miles down the road, I got a flat. I was like, I think it was just I had some crappy tires. The bike that I ended up buying at that pawn shop was kind of old, so I think like anything could have penetrated it. And some of the stuff camping I did, I had to go through like thorn bushes and stuff. So I think that's what caused my first flat. And I was able to patch that up, and I was okay. But I noticed like every few hours, not even like every day or so, 6-7 hours, I had to like pump it back up, which I was like, whatever. But I think it might have just got bigger, or I picked up another flat someplace. So I said, you know what, I don't want to keep dealing with it and just keep having to patch it and everything else. So I just went to, I ended up hitching a ride. First time hitchhiking, it was like first time hitchhiking on this ride. And within like 5-10 minutes, someone pulled over, gave me a ride. It's a really cool guy. I don't know his name, but I told him about my YouTube channel. So if you're watching, thank you so much for that lift. I really appreciate it. He dropped me off at Walmart. I was able to pick up, we'll see how it goes. It looks great so far. It was a heavy duty tire. They say it's like 25% thicker, and heavy duty tube, which is 80% thicker. So I popped that in, good to go. And then I noticed while I was doing that, my rack was busted. I was like, oh man. I noticed yesterday one of the bolts came off as I was riding, so it started swerving. I was like, what the heck's going on? So I got off and I looked at it. I was like, So I ended up taking one of the bolts from my bottle holder and stuck it in there, and I thought I was good to go, but I just realized it broke. So I'm guessing from the swaying, it probably cracked. So I went ahead, I put a couple of we call it zip ties. That kind of held it. And then as I was riding, I noticed I saw some metal strips on the floor, some like metal twine or whatever it was, and I stuck that on there, and I think that was a little stronger. So I think, and then I ended up duct taping. I know it sounds so gaff, so ghetto, but I put some duct tape over all of that. So I think it's probably good to go. I mean, I think it's going to be actually stronger than it was. So we'll see. I ended up stopping at a bike shop along the way. Didn't even realize they had it. Stopped at this auto place. It was like a Riley's or something, and seeing if they, you know, if they had any suggestions for me to how I could fix that. Just a temporary thing. And then they were telling me, they were like, oh, it's actually a bike shop right down the street. So I was like, all right, cool. So I went down the street, and I don't know, I just didn't get a good vibe from them. I was out in Newport. I don't know, man, it just seems like they were trying to sell me everything. You know, I was asking for suggestions, kind of helping. They were just kind of like pushing me along, you know what I mean? I don't know, I just didn't get that good vibe, you know. It was like $50 for the rear rack, which wasn't too bad, but just something, you know, you just get that feeling where you just don't, I don't know, I just wasn't vibing. It just didn't seem right, you know. So I held off, and good thing I did, because then I ended up picking up that metal stuff, and I kind of all put it together, and I think it's gonna hold up. So you know what, and I'm gonna hold off and see how it goes. Worst case scenario, it breaks, and I'll hitch a ride to town and maybe hit up a pawn shop, or just whatever, a bike shop, and just, you know, break down and do that. Man, $50, whatever, you know, I'll go ahead and do it. If it's gonna, you know, not give me any problems for the rest of the ride, it'll be worth it. So yeah, so that's where I'm at. That's how my day was. I still managed to get like 30 miles in so far, and I still got like an hour. I want to keep going until like maybe 5 or so. I usually try and get a little earlier because I get pretty hungry, but I like mowed out yesterday. I only rode like 10 miles, and I just ate like everything and slept great, so I'm like good to go. I'm not hungry at all. So I might go a little further today, but we'll see. So yeah, so that's it for today. That's it for right now. Like I said, I think I'm just gonna go a little further. I'm gonna skip this campsite and find a nice little stealth spot, and yeah, hopefully I meet some people along the way, man. That, you know, hopefully we could cycle together. It'd be cool, you know, meet some people and make some friends along the way. You know, I'm used to hanging out with people, and you know, I try to be a little social, so it's kind of sucks being a little lonely, you know what I mean? But whatever, you know, it is what it is. I'm sure I'll run into some cool people. So, alright guys, well, it's starting to rain, and my phone isn't waterproof, so I gotta get going. Alright guys, peace. Catch you next time. Thanks for watching.